Hello there, my name is Mide, and today I'm going to be talking about the similarities and the differences between Microloc and Sisterlocs. If you are stuck at which one you should install for yourself, I hope at the end of this video that you will be able to make your decision with ease. I'm going to be talking about the way both of them appears, which is their appearance, the sizes they come with, the number of locks that you have to get for it to be referred to as Sisterlocs or Microlocs. The name Sisterlocs and Microlocs, the method of installation, the cost of installation and maintenance, then the time it takes for it to be installed and maintained. So get ready with me. Number one is the appearance. Both Microlocs and Sisterlocs appear the same way, especially when the Microlocs is quite small, as the name implies, because in most cases Microlocs can be bigger than Sisterlocs. In terms of shape, Microlocs is quite versatile and you have option of choosing different shape for the lock. You can have square shape, you can have triangle, you can have diamond shape. You have option of shapes when it comes to Microlocs, but for Sisterlocs can only take the shape of square. For the number, Microlocs is usually from like 150 strands of lock and above. Most times it depends on the density of your hair and the size of your head. So if the density of your hair is quite much, then the number of strands that you are going to be carrying is going to be more than any other person's own. But if the density of your hair is low, that is, your hair is quite sparse, it's likely that you will not be able to carry a high number of locks on your head. Sisterloc is usually more, and that is because Sisterloc follows a particular size on their chart. If it goes bigger than that size, then it's likely to fall out of the range of Sisterloc. The number of locks you have with Sisterloc will also depends on the density of your hair and the size of your head. So sometimes you can have like 300 locks on your head and it will still be Sisterloc, and you can have several hundred locks on your hair and it will be Microlocs. When it comes to the name, Microlocs actually refer to the size of your locks, which means that the size of the locks you are carrying is very small, usually smaller than the normal traditional locks. As for Sisterlocs, it's a brand name and it has a price tag, and so it's like an established way of locking your hair, so people can easily identify it to be Sisterlocs. Then in terms of installation, Microlocs can be installed with different methods. It can be installed with 2-strand twist, it can be installed with braid, it can be installed with instant locks method, it can be installed with comb coils. But Sisterlocs can only be installed with one technique, which is interlocking, and this interlocking can be done only by Sisterlocs loctician, which they are not common. Like, I don't even know where to get them in Nigeria. The interlocking is done from the tip of your hair to the root of the hair, all right? But in case of Microlocs, you can start with 2-strand twist and tie the root of your hair with interlocking technique, or you can tie the root of your hair with braid pattern. As for the maintenance, subsequent retying of the locks, Microlocs can be retied with twisting or interlocking, which will then depend on the size of the locks that you have on your head. As for Sisterlocs subsequent retying, we still have to be interlocking. All right, there's no other techniques that they use aside from interlock. The cost of installation, Microloc is quite affordable. When you want to install it, Microloc is affordable. In fact, if you decide to install Microloc by yourself at home, you can end up not spending anything on it. all right? Like, you know how to retwist, you know how to like do 2-strand twist or braid your hair. You can do microlock. You can do microlock by yourself at home, but sister lock cannot. You can't do that by yourself at home. Though I have seen people and I've read about people that did that by themselves at home, but of course it's going to be different because sister locks follows a particular grid pattern that they use. They follow a strict procedure, like the size portion that they cut, the techniques that they use, and the grid. The grid is actually quite attractive, and it enables you to be able to part your hair in any direction that you wish, and you can part it in you can part both of them in any direction. It's just that when it comes to sister lock, the parting is going to be well established and it's going to be clearer. But microlock is sometimes not clear because they don't follow grid. It's not a must that you follow, but if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, then you can also not. When it comes to the number of locks to have before your locks can be referred to as microlock or sister locks. Microlocks is usually started with 150 strands of locks. It can be more than that. It can be as high as 1,000 locks on your head, depending on you. The number that you have strictly depends on the density of your hair. So if your hair is not that full, you are likely not to have a high number of locks on your head. If the size of your head is small, then you are likely not going to be having a high number of locks on your head when it comes to microlocks and sister locks. So the differences on the number depends on the fact that sister locks follows a particular size. So in most cases, the smallest number of locks that you can see with sister locks could be like 300, depending on the size of your head and the density of your hair as well. But microlocks can be as low as 150, depending on you. Usually, as if the number of locks, if the size of the lock is smaller than the normal traditional locks, then it falls within the range of microlocks. Both sister locks and microlocks both take a long time to get installed, and they take a long time to maintain. But the difference is that sister lock takes longer time to get installed, and it takes longer time for you to maintain it, because usually they are more, and the techniques that they use in installing and maintaining it is longer and it's more intricate than microlocks. Microlock can take as high as 6 hours, 10, 12 hours, but sister locks can take longer than that. You can actually install sister locks for like days. You can spend more than 12 hours on the hair per day. Sister lock can be as high as 1,000 locks on your head, but you have options when it comes to microlocks. All right, so if you don't want the number of locks to be as high as that, you have the option to decide that. If you want it to be like within the range of 300 to 500 or even 400, you have the option to do that. Most people prefer microlocks because of the ease of installation. It's quite accommodating. If you want to install your locks because of the hair freedom that is attached to locks, then you might want to go for microlocks. Okay, also, if you are the type that does not like to follow rules or a very strict procedure, then microlocks is for you as well. If also you are the type that usually walk out of the box most of the time, you also would want to go for microlocks. Sister locks has to follow a particular rule, a particular procedure. It has to be done in a particular way, all right, for it to be called sister locks. You have to get the hair done with a certain group of people who are called sister lock locticians. If you want precision you want uniformity in the size of your locks, and you want to be able to part your locks in any direction or in any pattern that you want or desire, then you want to go for Sisterlock. You want to install your Microlocs by yourself at home, then you're not going to be having uniformity in the sizes, you're not going to be having a perfect pattern lines, you're not going to be having precision and grid on your locks. However, if you want uniformity in sizes, if you want the precision and everything to be the way Sisterlocks usually appear, then you might want to approach a Sisterlock loctician that also install Microlocs, because there are some of them that install Microlocs, so they will incorporate the grid and the precision and the pattern of Sisterlocks with the Microlocs that you'll be installing. You get Microloc installed and it will come with the perfect precision, the grid and the uniformity that Sisterlock comes with. Because Sisterlocks is a brand, it is quite expensive for you to get it installed. It's scarce, and the places to get it installed are scarce. This is one of the reasons why I did not opt for Sisterlock. It is a bit expensive to maintain, and that is because you are going to be needing help to maintain it. For Microlocs, the bigger the sizes of the locks and the lower the number of the locks, the easier it will be for you to maintain. So you have to know if you are going to be having the time to maintain it, if you are going to be maintaining it by yourself, or you are going to get someone to maintain it for you. So if you are going to be getting someone to maintain it for you, maybe you can then go for as much as you want. Sisterlock takes a long time to get installed. Microloc also takes a long time to get installed, but Sisterlock is longer. You can spend 3 days installing Sisterlock with you sitting for as long as 12 hours, 16 hours per day to get it installed. But Microlocs, you can get Microloc installed within a day. You know, also it depends on the number you are getting installed, and you can get it done within 2 days. When I got my Microloc installed, I spent 3 days installing it, with me spending like 1 to 3 hours per day on it. Right now I have like 263 or 65 or thereabout ahead. Like the last time I counted it, it's likely going to be higher because I have reduced the sizes of some of the locks because of the way they were appearing. You know, they were appearing bigger than I wanted initially. So in my opinion, and from the research that I have made, that no one is better than the other. It all depends on you. It depends on your lifestyle. Whichever one is going to be suitable for your lifestyle is what you should go for. I hope that you'll be able to make your decision now. Don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel for more on locks, and click on the notification bell to get notified when I upload more video. So thank you for tuning in, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.